didn't start. Because I guess when they come back to commercial, they'll be like, all right, pre-race prayer. Who wants to sit for the anthem? Y'all want to get thrown out of an Applebee's? I can go for some. Dude, I want to get... When I went to see Jackass and Shelby, it took everything in me to not say, let's go to Ruby Tuesdays after, but it's so fucking expensive. Ruby Tuesday. Y'all sleep on Ruby Tuesdays, and one day you're going to wake up and they're going to be out of business. Oh, yeah. So, just like Fats. You're going to sleep on it, and then you're going to wake up one day and it won't be there anymore. Ruby Tuesdays is the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had at any restaurant. Like, the best mac and cheese you can get is homemade, but as far as restaurants go, Ruby Tuesday just kicked everybody's ass. That was some good shit. I'm so glad he made a joke about Boyer not running up front in the 14 car. That was funny.
Well, not so much you, but
150 laps. Caution laps do not count. See, 150 laps don't seem like much until we get late cautions. And at least my two bets are starting second and third. Damn, watch Kyle Busch lead every lap. Then people will say, this was a failure.
all the excitement's gonna be in the middle.
It's a beautiful day in downtown Los Angeles.
Michael, you got Briscoe. I got Reddick and Haley. Already trying to steal some money early in the year.
Clash at the Coliseum. Let's go trackside for opening ceremonies.
Can't blame me there.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise as you are able. Remove your hats as you
Rise if you're able. What if I'm not able?
Navy, Marine Corps, Army, and
Do they deport me if I'm not able?
our nation's colors.
Should have waited till after the anthem to start the stream.
The lead pastor of Church Home, Judas Smith.
Judas? No, it's Judith. I
Dear
know.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day in Los Angeles. It's a privilege to be here together. We thank you that you are source
Judah
of
in
life,
his mind.
protection and provision. We ask on this day that you would protect each and every driver in this competition.
Alan Gustafson's beard is
And we
weird.
thank you for your grace, your mercy.
Look at all them empty seats. Go back to Daytona. Dude, the last few times they ran the Clash at Daytona, you know how big the stands are at Daytona? You had to, like, look to see where the crowd was, because it would be in, like, one little tiny section. You had to look for the crowd the last time they were at Daytona.
Platinum recording artist and global pop sensation, Allie Brooke.
I'm fine with this.
Yeah, she ain't bad looking. And therefore, she has value. Kyle Busch's hair is looking a little thin. Speaking of thin hair, how's Joey's hair looking these days? Let's get a look at it. Not good. Not good, Joey.
At least he ain't hiding it.
Be funny if he just showed up after the offseason, had hair like mine. I was like, what? I just pretended like nothing's changed. Harrison, young, healthy head of hair. Suarez, too. We're judging their hair. DFS, you're going to the Daytona 500. I'm going to the Bristol Dirt Race and Martinsville and the 600 and the Bristol Night Race and probably the Southern 500. One of the Darlington
Probably
races.
the Roval.
And the Roval for sure. Yeah, both races at Charlotte for damn sure. Because that's just fucking easy. And Darlington's pretty easy too, so we'll see. Martinsville's the only one I really care to do the weekend at just because Junior's doing the Xfinity race. So I'll be hitting some shit up this year. I like Byron's Aviators. Can't believe Bowman's not in this fucking race. I'm saltier about that than I thought I'd be. Can't believe Joy Taylor's at this race. Yeah. That felt like the longest national anthem ever. Yeah, I felt like that was just going on and on. That's a lot of smoke.
Big crowd filling in as 23 of NASCAR's best will battle LA's torturous.
There's the Maze Bank building from GTA 5.
Next on Fox.
Yeah, I've seen the red zone.
Yeah, don't go in the red zones, whatever you do. And whatever you do, don't be anywhere near the criminal, Dylan.
Yeah.
I find that if I'm anywhere near the criminal, I get banned. Every time that's happened, I've been there near the criminal. So, and I thought about it too. Every game I played last night, I'd be like, oh God, I'm in this fucking pile. I'm going to get blamed for something. Sure enough, I got blamed for something. Oh well. I played some actual GTA Online last night for a little while. On the PlayStation. Who the fuck would eat that? A lot of people would eat that. It looks pretty gross. Man, I want some crazy bread. I have to get some of that tomorrow. I don't even like Little Caesars. In GTA 5, well, actually, the horse track that we raced on in GTA 5 was bigger than this track. And we had fun racing that. Me and Cameron and my uncle and some other people I'd drag into it, we would fucking race. I want to get back into racing on GTA Online, but every time I do it, something dumb happens. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to play this. I made a track similar to this, and whatever the Gran Turismo game on PS3 that had NASCAR in it, you could make race tracks, and there weren't many oval tracks, so I decided to make one, and the one I made ended up looking a lot like this one. It was really small. But it worked. It was good. Mike McDaniel got hired to be the Dolphins head coach. I would recommend he doesn't buy any property. As cheap as it is in Florida, don't buy any. Just rent, because you'll be fired in about a year and a half. Because if Brian Flores can't keep the job, why should he? Jeff Gluck just said, gotta say it's comical to see some of the attendance tweets. There's about 50,000 people here. Do you guys remember the pathetic crowds the last few classes at Daytona? Like 5,000 people tops and zero atmosphere. But yeah, tell me how they shouldn't have moved it. Exactly. Preach. This guy said it was a lot closer to 50,000 at Daytona. No, it wasn't. Go back and find me the Busch Clash the last time they had a crowd there you could even see on television. You'll have to go back a ways. You'd have to fucking go back a ways. 2008.
Beyond the stats, this Californian success and popularity helped NASCAR grow from
Jeff Gordon
interest to a vibrant sport, followed by fans across the country and around the world. Hall of Famer, Grand Marshal Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon from the land of fruits and nuts.
As a quarterback, he led USC to 2.
Jeff Gordon was a quarterback?
Strips of crispy bacon.
Wow, they just randomly cut to commercial. Okay. Oh, now they're back. Fuck, I'm sorry I'm coughing. Lost my voice during the qualifying races.
But that did not deter him from an inspiring baseball career. Winner of an Olympic gold medal, and with the New York Yankees, he threw a no-hitter.
Who are these people?
Jim Abbott.
And why did I start the stream already? Jeff Gordon's got a serious dad bod going on now.
With the LA Rams, he set records on the way to a brilliant career.
What the fuck is
with over 13
calling me on the
touchdowns
center?
on the
One
ground.
moment. Hello. Got a call for somebody named Teresa. I don't know a Teresa. Oh shit, is Teresa Earnhardt looking for me? I've talked a lot of shit about her on streams.
Grand Marshal Greg Townsend. She is one of the greatest volleyball players ever. Along with Kerry Walsh Jennings, they won beach volleyball gold.
Well, no, I started the stream as soon as the anthem was about to happen. I didn't know we were going to have a fucking grand ceremony after the national anthem. I thought national anthem meant we were ready to go.
Misty May Trainer. Now a familiar and famous presence on the Los Angeles sports scene. As a manager, his Dodgers won the 2020 World Series, and they have a very good chance to win it again and again and again. Welcome Grand Marshal Dave Roberts. One of
That's
the
Reggie
all-time
Bush.
Most exciting and talented running backs is right at home in the LA Coliseum. His push pushed fellow Grand Marshal Matt Leinart into the end zone against Notre Dame and is one of the most famous plays in college football history. Grand Marshal Reggie Bush.
God damn it.
Thank you, Joe Buck.
Jeff Gordon's got a
Now,
torch.
Jeff Gordon is holding one of the torches used in the torch relay that started the 1984 Olympic Games right here in the LA.
Don't drop it,
Coliseum.
Jeff, whatever you're doing.
Thanks to the LA 84 Foundation for loaning it today. And now Jeff will ceremonially light the Coliseum's Olympic torch.
Well, how's he going to light it from down here? Wow, Jeff Gordon's a fucking Jedi, guys. You see that? He lit that motherfucker without even touching it.
And now we invite
Use the
our
Force.
Grand Marshals to get this party started.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Michael, they are really milking this. If I'd have known they were going to do that, I'd have waited till roughly now to start the stream.
To extend get well wishes to Grand Marshal Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, scheduled to be with us today, but feeling under the weather, so out of caution, not able to be here. Glad you're watching, and feel better, Kareem.
Well, no Roush cars are in this race.
You'll have a chance to win
Still shocking.
$10,000 in clean cash by playing Fox Bet Super 6. Just scan the QR code now and enter your picks for today's race. You could win big. Download the Fox Bet Super 6 app and play along for free throughout the NASCAR season.
The new cars are all shiny and nice.
Get a hold of Kevin Harvick. Hey, Kevin Harvick, it's Boyer Stewart up in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
All right, California boys. Did you ever think, clear back in 2001?
Kevin Harvick did a street course race in the Winston West Series outside the LA Coliseum once.
I tell you, buddy,
He and Kurt Busch were in that race.
That race right down the street at Orange Hill Speedway in a quarter mile racetrack in the stadium. I raced right outside the street.
See, I knew that. That's your obscure NASCAR trivia.
But they were at this level.
The West Series ran a street race outside the Coliseum.
To be a part of it, you got to thank Busch Light and NASCAR for everything they've done. This is pretty spectacular.
You've come a long way since practice yesterday. Your car's pretty good. What's the plan for today? 150 laps.
Our Busch Light Ford Mustang is really fast after lap 15, which was not very good for qualifying and not very good for the heat races or our last chance race. But once this baby gets rolling, it keeps turning good and has good drive. So hopefully we drive her straight to the front.
All right, buddy. Good luck. And I'm looking forward. If you were in Vicky Lane, let's find one of them Busch Lights. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
I'd really like to be sitting in the shade over there in their turn 4.
Race his way in through the last chance qualifier race, and we saw how rough that race got. The good news for him is he had an opportunity to run those 50 laps, understand what his race car was doing for G4.
It's amazing he got through those 50 laps with a car to race with, considering how that race went.
In this race, he knows how to do that, and he can do it from the 20th position. Jamie?
DFS, we can't have a regular season race at Bowman Gray. It's not possible. Doesn't have the infrastructure for a cup race. Yeah, Michael, I plan on streaming every Daytona race. Dual races, truck race, Xfinity race, and 500. I'm doing them all. So, week after this, you'll be getting a lot of me. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Can't imagine how I get burned out by the time November rolls around and I want the season to be over.
Where they've made their adjustments, but now Mike, the driver, he's got what he's got.
Thanks, Larry. Well, let's have a look at tonight's Busch Lights.
And we're rolling.
The Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Heat winners have the first 4 spots.
Oh, yeah. Any race on a track like Bowman Gray would be fun to watch. I mean, you see how fun the qualifying races were here.
Row 2, the 31 car, newcomer, rookie to the Cup Series this year, Justin Haley, and Cup Series champion, Joey Logano.
Row 3, 99, Daniel Suarez. He's been fast all weekend long, and then Chase Briscoe. Oh, Shifty, been banging gears. Let's see how
I keep thinking he's about to call him Old Shitface or something when he says Old Shifty.
Suarez, Briscoe, along with William Warren and Kyle Larson in a pair of Rick Hendrick Camaros.
Couple of buddies of mine in row 5, the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and the famous 3 of Austin Dillon.
We hadn't had Tony Stewart in the booth properly in a long time.
Row number 7, Ryan Blaney for Roger Penske and Cole Custer in one of Smoke's cars.
Row number 8, we got the defending series champion, the number 9, Chase Elliott, along with the 43 of Mr. Eric Jones.
In row number 9, Danny Hamlin. Been pretty quiet this weekend.
Old ham sandwich.
Threat to win anytime he's on the racetrack. And then number
Ryan
10,
Priest made this race.
short-track ace from the east.
Bubba Wallace.
There's Kevin Harvick, we spoke to a moment ago, along with Bubba Wallace, who had a tough LCQ.
Look at the tape job. Whose car was that in the back that had all that tape on it? I guarantee it was somebody from that last chance qualifying race.
Rookie in the series, Harrison Burton.
And there's only one. It was a provisional, and that man is Martin Truex Jr. Hey, can he get to the front? Time will tell.
And we remind you, Ty Dillon took the checkered flag first in his last chance qualifying, but NASCAR penalized him to the rear for jumping the final restart. 23 drivers, 100.
There will be a mid-race break at lap 75. I hope it's not a long one.
75 will take a mid-race break. You'll hear Ice Cube perform.
I'll have to mute Ice Cube for copyright reasons.
75 laps for a total first.
So I don't know what we'll do, but hopefully it won't be long.
$2 million, Tony. What would you do?
Pay the bills for all the tore up stuff I could have by the end of this race.
How'd I take the Ty news? I called it. If you remember at the end of my stream, I was like, he jumped the fucking restart. Oh, well, they didn't call it. See y'all later. And then right as I got off, I saw Jeff Gluck. He tweeted out, everybody don't move. And I said, uh-oh, they're reviewing it. So, yeah, I hate that I started my stream. I stopped my stream too early, but then they came back to the Pitbull concert and didn't talk about Ty Dillon until after that. Green flag. 23 cars on the track. That's a first.
Reddick with a good drive off on the outside. No advantage there. Cobblish runs him up just a little bit. They stack up at the back.
Go Reddick and Justin Haley. Kyle Busch got that inside line. He's going to take it, though. We saw how that was early in runs. You've got to get to the bottom. It's just like Martinsville. Like Martinsville, but smaller. We're already 3 laps in.
Firing to the inside on the 14. That battle for 6th place.
Starting to see right here, Chase Briscoe on the outside. You need to get down. Everybody's single filing up. If he gets there, you could go to the back.
Now they switched over Reddick's to the inside of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch got pushed up in turn 1. And Kyle Busch slides the rear tires, and Reddick takes the lead. Yay. Can we call the race now? Give me my money.
Single file back through 8th. Then Michael McDowell battling Austin Dillon.
I just realized how hard of a race this is to actually keep track of because it's so tight. You can't look. The camera has to be so close it can't see everything.
Early in the races, these guys are 3/4 of the car is below the white line, if not all 4 tires below the white line. They're really reluctant.
About 7 cars have broke away.
We're only 7 laps in and already.
7-car breakaway at the front. Those are the fastest cars. Reddick, Busch, Haley, Logano, Suarez, Byron, Larson. And now Larson's underneath Byron for 6th. Byron's going to cut him a break, their teammates.
As Corning, California's Tyler Reddick for Richard Childress Racing has his Camaro out in front of the Camry of Kyle Busch. Busch under pressure. The 31, Haley looking to the inside where he has room.
The only thing that's going to stop Tyler Reddick is lap traffic. And as fast as he's going to catch it pretty damn quick.
Solutions on board.
We're 10 laps in.
The 2nd place car of Kyle Busch.
I see him holding on, Tony. The 18 of Kyle Busch, that is. I think he's got low air pressure setting up for a long run in 75 laps right here. Kind of protected right now, but I think that car will take off on the latter part of this run.
1365, 1364. These are quick laps. These are quick elapses we've seen all day.
And it doesn't take long. I mean, like you said, we're getting to the back of the field already.
The Todd Dillon news made me laugh. I found out as soon as I ended my stream. I clicked over to Twitter.
Because they realize if they get a lap down early, you're not going to have a chance to make it back up. So they're going to have to sort this out.
I was tempted to stay on stream because I'm like, are they really going to let him get away with jumping that restart? And they didn't, so good for NASCAR. They made the right call. Thank God Bubba finished like top 3 anyway, so people couldn't say they just disqualified Ty to help Bubba. Bubba would have made it regardless. But you know how people are. Speaking of Bubba, he's dead last right now, about to be the first car getting lapped. We're 15 laps in. Reddick's about a second ahead of Kyle Busch, but they've officially caught the tail end of the field.
I'm also seeing Kyle on my mirror.
Truex and Bubba Wallace are really slow.
Are running on the racetrack, trying to figure out how I'm going to get, when I get to him, where am I going to go to try to not break my momentum.
So here's Reddick in the lap traffic. He was up against
And Kyle Busch is the master of lap traffic, so I think this favors him.
4 car lengths, but Bubba doesn't want
And
to
Bubba's not going to lean over and make this easy at all. And he absolutely shouldn't. Like Tony said, he should not race him as hard as if he's racing him for position. I'm really surprised Chase Elliott's only 15th. Chase Elliott only 15th. Bell not in the top 10. And Hamlin sends Stenhouse out of the way. And now Hamlin's going to get lapped. Boy, these Toyotas are just not very fast except for Kyle Busch. I know a lot of it was track position, but they just haven't shown the speed all weekend, especially Truex and Bubba. And Hamlin is the first car lap down. Reddick's still the leader. Now Reddick's putting Stenhouse a lap down. Truex is next. Truex really picked up the pace all of a sudden.
That's the second place car. There was that bump you saw.
Larson underneath Suarez for 5th off of 4.
Tyler Reddick and his car that he's brought here this weekend. You know, you knew there was going to be some surprises, and certainly he is one of them.
Suarez putting the bumper to Larson just a touch.
With each other with Larson and Suarez. Larson's been just slowly and methodically picking them off one at a time.
Wonder how long they're going to go commercial free. Because the commercial break's going to annoy me. This racing's really close and really competitive.
has picked up his pace. He is
Yeah.
able to stay out.
It's remarkable how fast Truex is all of a sudden with the leader in his rearview mirror. He got in front of Hamlin and Kyle Busch and Stenhouse.
Race leader, and then a good gap back to Kyle Busch and Justin Haley in the 31.
This is a scenario where Truex has to run as hard
We're
as
50
he can.
laps from halfway to the
Doesn't
break.
have the pressure right now. He's got Denny Hamlin behind him, which Denny, if he can work his way in.
Gee, I thought the Boomers told me that this many cars wouldn't work on this track. Looks like they got plenty of fucking room to work with.
So he's got the ability to kind of just take care of his car. If he can run Truex's pace, great, but he's going to have to watch out for Denny Hamlin, who's trying to get his lap back.
Reddick leaves room on the bottom.
Hamlin underneath Reddick to try to get his lap back. That's going to open the door for Kyle Busch to get through and take the lead, I think.
Kyle Busch, the 18th.
Kyle's not close enough to capitalize yet. Hamlin's back in front of Reddick on the lead lap. Kyle couldn't quite get there to get to Reddick's inside.
The 18 starting to come on. His pressures are getting better. Maybe the 8 car was
But Kyle's car is noticeably handling better than it was at the start of the race. He was sliding the rear tires on exit at the start.
Justin Haley, this kid has been fast every time.
I'm pretty sure Gibbs is the only team that got all of their cars in the race.
Busch right now.
After third place, pretty good gap back to Joey Logano in fourth, and a bigger gap back to Kyle Larson in fifth. So the top 3 under no pressure.
There is not a bad seat in the house. We're sitting here watching both ends of this racetrack. Cars all over the place. These people are on their feet, man. I love it.
On their feet. You heard Boyer.
30, green flag laps.
Reddick, Kyle Busch, Justin Haley, Joe Logano, Larson, the top 5, and they're in heavy, heavy lap traffic. But everybody's being really smart and really patient so far. Even the guys trying to stay on the lead lap are not getting out of control. It's weird. This reminds me of a dirt race. You know, I don't know if it's because it's a new track or not. It just reminds me of how I feel watching a dirt race. As cool as this is, I hope those same fans that are giving this race a shot show up to California, at Fontana in a few weeks. Remember how they used to go to Japan in the late 90s a few years in a row? We should have like an all-star race or some kind of clash race at like Motegi or something.
Fox.
Or go to Mexico City again. I don't know. There's so many cool things they could do with like the all-star race or the clash or hell, just another points race somewhere outside the country.
40 green flag laps complete. Here are today's Sports Performance track facts. The Coliseum Open 1923. It's a national and California historic landmark.
A lot of lap cars.
Series and Super Bowl.
Reddick's still the leader. He's held off Kyle Busch for all this crazy lap traffic.
This track constructed in a little less than 3 months' time. It'll all be torn down over the next 2 weeks. But what a
I like how the Boomers complain about that. They're just going to tear it out. What a waste of money. It ain't your fucking money. What are you worried about? Reddick, Busch, Haley, Logano. That top 5's not changed, and they've been in all this traffic. They finally put Truex a lap down. He picked up his pace when he was about to get lapped. A cup race at Lime Rock Park. Make it happen.
And I think a lot of that's due to the crew
Chase Elliott's picked up a few spots. I guess he knows the leader's coming. Because Chase was 15th, he's 12th now, and the leader's right behind the 18th place car, McDowell.
To come to a place like this where it's the smallest track they've been to in 50 years and have a new product like this, I think the racing's been phenomenal.
Joey Logano's moved up to third. There's Daniel Suarez.
Logano passed Haley for third.
He's gotten a lot of coverage here in the LA market this week. He's had a busy week, and there is Giselle Zerur. She is the reporter for Fox Sports Deportes, talking with crew chief there.
It's funny how the crew chief and crew guys don't even really get to do anything. They're just watching the race like everybody else because there's not going to be any pit stops. There's going to be a halftime break. Well, already we're about 25 laps away. Justin Haley is falling back a little. Larson and Briscoe right on his tail. Some contact. Trying to get around the lap car Truex. Now Briscoe's underneath Larson. Tyler Reddick is dogging their ass 50 laps into this thing.
Making the shifts. Everybody knew that, and some of them paid attention and was trying to practice that, as you heard right there with the 5 car for Kyle Larson.
Look at the lead Reddick's got, because they're second right there. Why do you even bother trying to talk to people? We've been to Bristol. We know what it's like. Oh, we got a spin in front of the leader, Stenhouse. That should bring out a yellow. And we got a caution at lap 54. Stenhouse got spun. Denny Hamlin was overheating. Stenhouse spun out. I think McDowell's going to be the free pass. If they give I'm guessing they give a free pass. Stenhouse is pulling in with overheating issues.
Where teams can service these cars under caution. The caution laps do not count. So going to the infield, you cannot lose a lap. That's our Coca-Cola Zero Sugar can. Hamlin's car. Let's see what happened to Ricky Stenhouse.
Harrison Burton spun Ricky Stenhouse.
Which I think we'll see a lot of that later on in the race. But
Harrison Burton's had his share of contact today.
when we were
Yeah, might have been oil. Something's coming out of that right front fender well. You can see.
We have a caution.
The 21 turnaround.
Reddick, Kyle Busch, Logano, Briscoe, Justin Haley, the top 5. And Ice Cube has to wait a little longer. Because we had a caution. Michael, get me a calzone, would you please? Get me one of them Batman calzone thingies from Little Caesars. If I was a kid, I'd have been all over that. Oh shit, a Batman pizza. Tastes like all the other pizzas. Yeah, but it's shaped like a fucking bat logo. Don't you understand? Oh my God, I want some fucking crazy bread. Like a pregnant woman having cravings. Hamlin is done for the day. Said they can't fix it. So, Robert, if you're here, I'm sorry. At least Bubba won't finish dead last now. He wasn't running dead last, but Hamlin's going to finish last because they can't fix whatever's wrong. I mean, they could if they could get it fixed under yellow because you're not going to lose any laps, but I guess it's going to take longer. Ooh, a Boba Fett commercial. Hope you fuckers have been watching your Star Wars because if you've not, you've been missing out. good long run cars, I would say Reddick, Kyle Busch, and Briscoe. Briscoe really stands out because he's moved forward. Everybody else is pretty much the same. I am nice car. It's that dang Bubba Wallace commercial. They don't tell you on that DoorDash commercial you're paying $50 for $10 worth of food. Fuck. Boy, DoorDash really came along at the right time in history, didn't it? Just in time for a global pandemic.
Enjoy responsibly. And by Toyota. Let's go places. 53 laps complete. First caution of the feature event. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. For those that push the limits of possibility, Goodyear, more driven. Denny Hamlin in the infield pit area. Jamie.
Denny interview.
That's officially out of the clash. Denny, what exactly happened there?
Mechanical. It looks like the power steering belt, not power steering, but the belt evidently came off and took the hose with it, and so we didn't have any steering capabilities. So this is something probably you'll see a lot of this year. It's just fixing all the bugs that are going to happen, and we just
DoorDash, Nintendo Switch, and PS5 scalpers really raked in the money during this COVID deal.
Ever seen this brand new race car?
I got a PS5.
Thanks, Jamie. On the choose, third place Joey Logano has gone up to the outside of the front row as the 14 heads for the infield.
Chase Briscoe's pulling in. What's wrong with the 14? We got Reddick, Logano, Kyle Busch, Haley, Larson, and Suarez up front, and Briscoe can't even get all the way in. Mechanical problem for Briscoe. Well, the good news for Tony Stewart is it didn't get tore up. It's just a mechanical problem. So that's one less car to get tore up for Tony Stewart.
I'm convinced. Something in the drive line.
Well, we do know that he was one of the
If you're going to break down, do it before the halftime break so you don't have to come back and watch the rest of the race and not be able to get out of the track. And Tyler Reddick is fucking broke down. What's going on? Well, there goes one of my bets. What's up with the 8?
The 8 car, Tyler Reddick, just pulled down to the inside of the racetrack, believes he broke the transaxle on that race car. That's what makes the car drive forward, basically.
No shit. The 14 and the 8 had the same problem. Denny had a different issue, but the 14 and the 8 just had the same problem.
Is now part of the rear axle assembly, so it's a transaxle. A drive shaft and a torque tube takes power.
Now they got to take the time to get Reddick off the track. He was the leader.
Even weight distribution. But this is all new technology to NASCAR for 2022.
We run a gear cooler on these cars.
Should have left it at Daytona. It wouldn't have happened.
If that cooler was
Right.
enough, making some adjustments going into the race today from yesterday's practice sessions. So I'm wondering if that's a temperature-related thing, much like Denny Hamlin's steering.
Well, we're learning a lot about the new car already.
On these new cars.
And I don't think this is something that you'll see everywhere. This is extreme circumstances where here at the Coliseum with a quarter-mile
It's a short track problem, I guess.
to go through these coolers and radiators like we normally would in a much larger racetrack.
See, Dylan, if they'd have left it at Daytona, these mechanical issues would have never happened. They would have just crashed about 30 cars and everybody would have ended up in the fence. Somebody would have ended up in the fence in the front row, but at least we wouldn't have had mechanical issues.
Kyle Busch's Toyota with
We'd have had 70 laps of single file racing with cars in the catch fence at the end. Kyle Busch, Logano, Larson, and Justin Haley.
Kyle Busch is going to try and give the field the goodbye look right here.
Logano cuts down in front of Larson to get clear for second. That was a good restart by Logano. Very good job.
For him to get in down that back stretch ahead of Kyle Larson. Took advantage of it.
Well, Logano's never been shy about putting his car somewhere where it really probably shouldn't go,
Larson has moved up to third.
but he made that work.
Down.
20 laps until the halftime break.
Suarez on the outside now against the 43 of Eric Jones.
God, look at the top 10.
Haley for third.
Justin Haley passes Kyle Larson for third. Chase Elliott starting to make some noise. He was 15th for most of the first run.
Suarez and Austin Dillon, the 99 and the 3. They're the two cars working the outside, but not gaining any ground.
And it's hard, especially with 23 cars on the racetrack. If you get stuck on
Well, now we've only got 20 on the track as 3 guys broke at the same time.
is filling in holes constantly. So if you don't get down early in this, you could easily lose 6-8 spots.
Now it's Harvick and Allmendinger for 12th place.
We're going to get our first Logano versus Kyle Busch disagreement for the win in this deal.
Leader Kyle Busch on our Toyota cam.
I think it's interesting how if you're in second place, you can just be patient because the leader's going to catch lap traffic.
Christopher Bell to the inside of Suarez.
Hamlin and Reddick still standing there watching.
The first 2 retirees along with Chase Briscoe.
Heartbreaker for Tyler Reddick. He really had a car capable of winning this race, and he was proving it.
Well, Michael, if you remember, before you gave me 2 bets, I said give me Haley, so I guess I would have made the right decision anyway, for now.
20 cars contending, 16 of those on the lead lap. Like a Vidal got
Logano catching Kyle Busch. He's only got 12 laps to do it before the break.
We heard Joey Logano after his heat race today talk about how they made some really big changes and how happy he was. And the car,
Kyle's car takes a little bit to come in, though. This is a shorter run, too.
he's not giving him the opportunity to relax, to run.
But when Kyle's car comes in, it's really, really good.
He's just gonna he's keeping him busy without touching it, basically.
Yeah, I see him with the ability to get in. Not only does he get in,
Logano had a bad corner there. Kyle really worked him over off the exit.
around in turn
Oh,
4 is
Chase Elliott just got spun around. I don't think he hit anything.
flag number 2
Caution.
after 65 laps.
He's got... Nah, that car's fine. Just lost track position.
He and Ryan Blaney were battling for 7th place.
Oh, no, not like last year's clash on the last lap. Remember that?
Blaney in the 12.
Gives him a little shot there.
What's that for last year, Blaney? Oh, wow.
he got loose. Something
So he bumped Chase early, but then Chase just spun by himself going into 3.
the way it went.
God.
Way before. I thought
Chase Elliott got intimidated.
it was well before that. Almost like a wheel hop, it looked like.
Yeah, that was a road course problem.
Contact with the wall with the left front there. But ahead of the front wheel, it appeared.
It's weird how right there at the beginning of this replay, you see it as soon as he tugs on the wheel, like it just shears it loose all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's fine.
So Chase Elliott continues. Let's get out of the infield and Jamie.
And Tyler Reddick was the man to beat. A man on a mission, like 51 laps, and then an issue from the lead. What happened there?
Yeah, I was trying to get some heat in the tires, Jamie, and I think I must have broke the transaxle. I don't know, that's a little scary, you know, thinking of all the pit stops we're going to do, dropping the clutch like that. So, unfortunate, but I'd rather break it here than in a points-paying race or at the Daytona 500, but we just did an incredible job by our guys. This Guaranteed Rate Chevrolet was amazing. We really did a lot of the right things going into this race, and we took off a little better than Kyle did, and our car drove good in traffic, so I mean, it's a bummer. It's not too heartbreaking at the same time, though, because, I mean, what I did was directly what caused the break at Siemens. We'll learn from
So
it.
Reddick thinks he's the reason it broke.
Never let it happen again. We'll turn it into a positive and learn from it the best we can for the season coming.
Remember that for Martinsville. That's about the only track you can get any comparison for this out of.
Ryan Preece gets the free pass on this, the second caution of the race. 65 laps complete. Let's take another look here at Chase Elliott's spin.
See Chase coming down the backstretch, and just all at once.
A late arc into the corner, and the thing just got loose. Went away.
See that, Tony? What a difference a day makes in this sport of NASCAR. When we left here yesterday, what car did we both think was going to win this race?
Yeah, I was absolutely convinced the 9 car was the best car on the racetrack yesterday.
And then a car like Joey Logano in the 22 was down.
Choose rule.
Some big changes, and here he is.
All right, here's
Bush inside, Logano outside, Haley inside, Larson inside, Byron outside, Eric Jones inside, Blaney outside, Bell inside, Austin Dillon outside.
See how Joey fares with that, because I think if I had the option to take the first 3 rows on the bottom right now, I would do it. I don't know that from the second option, I would have taken that outside front row this early.
Well, in just 2 weeks, we moved from the historic LA Coliseum to the most iconic.
I think Reddick wins in the Cup Series this year. If he was that fast. Look for Reddick to win somewhere like Phoenix or New Hampshire. Maybe a place like Homestead. He's the best tackler I've seen since Joe Montana. Joe Montana was a quarterback. I said Joe Montana.
Get the left front to stop locking up, so I'm wondering if he probably started creeping the brake balance to the back and just got too much and wheel hopped it.
Kyle Busch on the inside, Joey Logano on the outside. And we're back to green.
10 laps till the halftime break. Short run favors Kyle for being on that inside. Logano was the only car fast enough to pass him, but he's not going to get it done on the outside on this short run.
That may have played a role in him choosing that outside. The fact that there's only 10 laps in there.
He gets down to the inside now.
Here comes William Byron on the outside.
Byron on the outside, going for third.
And I don't think any of us thought when we came out here that you would actually have a 2-wide racetrack, let alone we've seen 3-wide today, and just to be able to see guys on these restarts be able to hang on like they have, it's every bit as good as what we see at a place like Martinsville on the schedule.
Front 5 single file, the races were 6. Ryan Blaney, Austin Dillon, the 12 and the 3.
Big slip up right there for the 20.
Logano's weakness is corner exit. Kyle doesn't really seem to have any weakness. He's pretty consistent everywhere.
Cole Custer loose out of turn 2.
Woo, Custer.
Pulls it back in.
5 laps till the break.
Kevin Harvick.
5 laps to Ice Cube. Get excited.
We're going to have a halfway break. I would want to know exactly what my car's doing. I wouldn't hold anything back. I'd run as hard as I can right now so I can give that crew chief information during the break of what adjustments I need to be good for these last.
Chase is actually bouncing back pretty good after getting, well, spinning out and hitting the wall.
Still charging entry, heat locking left front up now. 2.5 or 3.
2 laps.
Down, Tony. I really see the fact that we
I think Logano's going to have something for him in the second half. The second half of the race, Logano's going to, hell, he might have something for him now. He's got 1 lap to get it done. Just doesn't have the forward bite on corner exit, I don't think.
I think the key to that is exactly what you said.
And you better race him nice now because you're going to have to deal with him after the halftime. Oh! Oh, Logano knocks him out of the way but can't get the lead. They got to keep going until everybody crosses. Well, Logano takes the lead. Is that going to count?
Let's see if he gets around back to it. Staying in the front. I was going to let him have it.
And a caution is out.
So Logano bump and run Kyle Busch for the lead. Logano wants that inside line. He had to start on the outside too many times in a row.
In the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Want to see that again?
Absolutely.
As hard as it looked on the onboard, I thought Joey spun him. I thought Kyle was going to go spinning. Hell, most drivers would have.
I think that's well played, to be honest. I mean, you get to restart on the pole for the last 75 laps, and if you're able to get the lead early and be able to take care of your tires and brakes, you got a big advantage, I think, on these guys.
I didn't know if it was going to be at the line that they were going to call that, oh, Kyle's the leader, but apparently they waited until everybody had crossed for lap 75 before they threw the yellow. So, yeah, Logano should be the leader, I guess. Although the leaderboard says Kyle Busch, I don't know. What's the rules on that? They never really did make that clear. That would have been a good thing to make clear. I want to ask this chick, what does being woke have to do with a race at the LA Coliseum? The stupid comments.
How loud it is. Stay woke.
That was a really hard bump from Logano. At least Kyle Busch didn't Todd Gilliland or Ty Dillon his ass. Kyle's a little more patient than that. He'll do it eventually, but not right now. Alright, when they get back, fucking start the Ice Cube concert and get that over with. Joey Spotter told him, he said, your drive-in's a lot better than whatever he's doing. So Reddick broke the transaxle. He was shifting under caution and then trying to warm the tires up.
Marshawn Lynch.
Ice Cube's not playing yet, so I'm going to turn the sound back on. So they say because Busch got to the line at lap 75, he's the leader. Okay. I didn't know how they were doing that, but that's how they did it. That makes sense to me.
Coliseum. Ice Cube getting ready for his concert. It was a good day, and we're hoping for
Oh, Chris Myers. Ice Cube's here. It was a good day.
How about Ice Cube, Los Angeles' own?
Look, I like Ice Cube, but I'm going to have to mute it. I can't play your music on my stream. It'll definitely get blocked. I can hear it from the living room a little bit. It just sounds like Ice Cube shouts. Yeah, I guess he's shouting. Yeah, I'll give Kyle Busch one thing. He's not a pussy like Denny Hamlin. He's not going to lie about getting back at somebody, you know. When he says it, he's going to do it. How's Joy Taylor doing? They haven't shown her any. But she's there.
She should be a halftime show.
Yeah, just have Joy Taylor get up there and talk. Briscoe and Reddick both broke the transaxles on their cars under caution, trying to warm up the tires. Hamlin had an overheating issue. But under that same caution, Reddick from the lead had to pull in because his shit was broke. Logano body slammed Kyle Busch for the lead but didn't get it at lap 75. But Logano and Busch seem to be in a league of their own. Haley's not far off, but Logano was running down Kyle Busch and was going to pass him. He just ran out of laps, but we have a whole 75 to go. And now Ice Cube is shouting at everybody. I'd be telling Logano, if I'm NASCAR, we'll pull him aside and we'll be like, if you're in second behind Kyle Busch, do us a favor, spin him out so we can have some drama at the end of this bitch. Just so, and I'm sure they tell Kyle, like, hey, whoever's in second, wreck the leader at the end, get some drama, make people think they saw something amazing, even if the race ended up being boring, just fuck something up at the end, and people will be like, whoa. Yeah, Hamlin's belt for the power steering broke, and it took the fucking hose with it, and it made the car overheat. Hey, Ice Cube, are we done yet? Get it? Get it? Where's Joy Taylor? And where's my 8-wide racing? Look at that dipshit in the Kyle Busch hat. You know he's going to grow up to beat his girlfriend. He was drinking a Monster Energy and had a Kyle Busch hat on. Is it over? No, it's not over. They cut to like a wide shot. I'm like, oh, is it ending? No, it's not ending. I said Jeff Gordon looks like a retired film producer. He looked a little like Michael from GTA 5 if you let his hair grow out. Big Daddy's back. Fuck. You're getting a phone number so you can call Dave Moody. You gotta let me know what you say to him. You gonna pretend you're Jason Jacoby? Be like, I'm calling from jail. Boy, this Ice Cube concert's way longer than I thought it would be.
Sweat.
Or if it just feels that way because we have nothing to talk about at the moment. White people. Chris, you got to call and be like, I don't like that they move that Clash away from Daytona to liberal pussy land out in California. 50,000 people go to Daytona for the Clash. Like somebody I saw on Twitter a while ago, a guy was saying, no, there's 50,000 at Daytona. It's like, not for the Clash, dumbass. Somebody said, yeah, if you added up the attendance of like the last 10 Clashes combined, you wouldn't get 50,000 fucking people. There was literally about 4,000 people each at the last couple of clashes. So, and once again, Daytona seats about 100,000 or so.
They need to do it in Charlotte. There's Charlotte.
Street race in Charlotte. I like it.
Let them run down 85.
How about a street race through Forest City where we live? This place would be perfect for a damn street race, dude. Look at where we live. Y'all don't know where we live, but it's perfect for a damn street race. Ice Cube's over, I think. Yeah, he's over. And he didn't even do It's a Fucking Good Day, so I'm glad I didn't listen.
There is like the main city roads on GTA.
Yeah. I played a game mode last night in GTA that's a lot like Busted, because I told you I got on regular GTA. It's called the Vespucci Job. It's a 4-player game. 3 attackers, 1 runner. Everybody's in Mini Coopers. And the runner has to hit so many checkpoints before the time limit expires to win, and the cops have to try to stop him. Or, well, the pursuers. Yeah. Everybody's in Mini Coopers. And it's funny because you can cheat. Not a lot of people know this. You can buy one of those Mini Coopers, and if you soup it up, it'll be the one that lets you use in the game. Huh. So I have like a fucking souped up Mini Cooper, so when I'm on the run, they can't fucking catch me. My shit accelerates so fast. They're not fast cars. They're Mini Coopers, but mine will be like, ooh, like 0 to max speed in like 2 seconds. Oh, man, Cameron used to play that with us a lot. We really liked that game. Michael, you just put a 20 on Kyle Busch. That Logano's looking pretty damn good. And he will move your ass. He was already practicing his move. He was practicing his move. Hey guys, I've been selected by Chorus Research for a poll of NC residents regarding the economy. That's what that text was. Whatever that means. Oh man, I'll tell you what's really important is that as soon as they come up with commercial, I'm going to run and take a piss. That's very important. I haven't been streaming much lately because I've just been doing like the shit on the weekends and everything, and that's perfectly fine with me until NASCAR starts, and I'm streaming like 3 days in a row almost every week. That gets to be a bit much after a while. That's why I'm glad when I go to the races, I'm like, yay, I don't have to stream today. I mean, I enjoy streaming, but sometimes I just don't feel like talking. So I know I'm at least going to a handful of races this year. Alright, I'll be right back. Never mind. Unmute that shit when they come back on. Okay. I gotta pee.
Group of grand marshals for this event, celebrating many of the sports that have been played here at the LA Coliseum, as well as NASCAR. What a lot of fun we've had. I'm still trying to figure out whether it's Kyle Busch or Joey Logano that has to check himself before he wrecks himself in these final 75 laps.
You don't want to wreck yourself. You want to wreck somebody else. That's what you need to do if you're going to, but make sure it counts and make sure the timing's right. Tony, what do you think about this deal?
Listen, I am telling you, I own a racetrack in Ohio, but I am telling all the racetrack promoters, this is how you promote an event. What NASCAR has done this weekend here in LA, here at the Coliseum, this is how you promote an event.
Yeah, it's not just about the cars. This has been a lot of fun. Let's get downstairs. Jamie.
Well, Kyle Busch finishes like 24 laps. When he came in, he said he fires off a little bit loose, so they made an air pressure adjustment to the right rear. They also put on these brand new tires. Also, this track is mostly shaded. This was on his helmet. He took it off. He has clear vision now. Larry, Matt.
Jamie, I talked to Paul Wolf, Joe Logano's crew chief. Pretty happy with the car, but on a short run until the air pressure builds up, they have trouble getting drive out. They've made some slight air pressure adjustment. Hopefully they'll be ready to go here. Regan.
While crew chief Travis Mack, Daniel Suarez's race car, very loose. They have a quasi-relationship with Tyler Reddick's team.
Dylan ordered food and didn't even tell me, but it's about to be here.
The first 3 drivers took the inside lane on choice.
I'd say the economy has been screwed for 20 years. Have a nice day.
Chose the outside lane. Kyle Larson, his teammate, right behind him.
Kyle Busch, William Byron, Joey Logano, Larson. Notice Logano picked that inside line now because it's time to get serious.
See it again here. If they're going to run, they better run and hide.
Yeah, I don't know. We saw this early in the race. You can't run and hide because just about the time you think you've hid, you've caught the
We're down to 20 cars. 3 are out of the race.
Laps to go. Here's the
75 to go. Byron from the outside clears Logano for second.
single file right away. Logano to the bottom, inside.
But Byron slides up off a 4. Now Logano's back to his inside.
Place the battle.
might have pushed up because of the car.
Exactly how I
Logano didn't let that 24 stay in front of him for long. But that's letting Kyle Busch drive away. And Kyle Larson 3 wide per second. Get after it, Larson. Woo! Larson into second. What a move.
Race is on now.
Yeah, it's time to get serious, boys and girls. Kyle Busch got a nice gap, but there will be lap traffic, so I'm not too worried about the gap.
Way different than the first half of this race.
Yeah, the intensity picked up in the top 5 for sure.
Every ounce they can get right out of the gate.
Go get it, Larson.
The inside with that new Pollock Motorsports team. Slots in ahead of William Byron. Let's take a closer look at the Pollock team with the eBay Motors team analysis. There are 2 drivers beginning their first full-time season in the Cup Series for Matt Collin.
And so far, so good for both teams. Colleague organization, hats off to you guys. Brought some fast hot rods out here to the Coliseum.
And they did a great job in the Xfinity Series last year. They got 2 great drivers, lots of energy, lots of enthusiasm, great attitudes. I think we're going to see a lot of them this season.
69 to go. Nice. Damn, I missed lap 69 earlier. I could have said it then, but we hit 69 to go. Nice. Now we're at 68. 68 is where you blow me and I owe you one.
Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, even Joey Logano. Take a minute here, get settled in, take care of your stuff because you know sooner or later.
Justin Haley still on the top 5. He passed William Byron.
Now on the initial start of the race, it took the leader 15 laps to catch the tail end of the field. There are 4 less cars than there were then. Ryan Preece is also retired from the event. So 19 cars out there.
Ryan Preece is out of the race. So 4 cars are out. Preece, Briscoe, Hamlin, and Reddick.
You can't take time during the lap to relax. You've got to sit there and be focused. And this is going to sound odd, but this is a track that's easy to overdrive. Sometimes you have to slow down to go faster.
But I agree with you.
Leave it to Kyle Larson, who made the move of the race to get into second place and have a shot at this thing. Kyle Larson made the fucking move of the race. He passed Logano and Byron 3 wide at the same time to get to second. But Byron actually cleared Logano for second from the outside. Logano moved him, and then Larson shot under both of them down the front stretch and passed them going into 1.
Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, and Denny Hamlin.
And if I'm Kyle Busch right now, I'll be honest, I'm not in a hurry to catch the
That looks beautiful.
pressure from behind. I can take care of my car right now. It's just smart to keep that gap that he's got to Kyle Larson right now. Joey Logano is not going to let that stay
I haven't had Domino's
very long.
in so long, but that's delicious.
Complete this time, but you won't miss one as we go side by side on top.
Oh snap! NASCAR side by side. Logano just passed Larson for second somehow. They completely missed it, and then Haley was on the outside of Larson. These onboard cameras usually suck for like watching a race. Like they're good for certain moments, but I can't tell you who the fuck is it where and what's going on. They're showing Bubba's on board, of course. I can't remember why I stopped going to Domino's. I think because they were pretty hit and miss for a while. Not as bad as Little Caesars, but why would I go to Domino's when I can go to Louis? And I always like Papa John's better anyway. Logano back into second and is starting to reel in Kyle Busch, and they haven't even hit lap traffic yet. No, Chris, I did not see that. Was it don't wear red and stay out of the wrong neighborhood? Motherfucker, this pizza's so damn good. It's a good piece. That middle piece. Can I make it happen? Yes. Middle piece looked good. I remember one time as a kid, we got pizza. And I was like, all right, go ahead. And I go to grab a piece, and my dad yells at me, "That's the fucking piece I wanted." He was being dead serious. And I was like, the fuck? It was just an innocuous piece of pizza. Guy said, just because there's palm trees doesn't mean it's safe. No, they got palm trees in South Central.
Scan the QR code now. Enter the Super Bowl 56 contest for a free chance to win the prize.
You can win Tara's money and his shingles. They are highly contagious. Logano, Kyle Busch about to be nose to tail with 45 to go. And a world of lap traffic in front. They're going to fuck each other, and Larson's going to win.
Definitely getting closer, and it's getting crunch time. They're starting to catch lap traffic. Kyle Busch, he's going to have to. Tony, you talked about managing that gap. Now it's time to start focusing. How am I going to get through these lappers better than Joey Logano?
Yeah, and enough time's gone by. I mean, we're halfway through this stint almost, and he's going to have to deal with these guys at some point, especially when Logano's getting bigger in that mirror. That brings the sense of urgency up.
And also closing in is third place, Kyle Larson. Jamie.
In the first half of this race, Mike, he was overheating. He had to back it down a bit. Well, when they came in for that break, they were able to put him down on the front of that car, cool it down a bit, made a shock adjustment, and he fired off much better this time.
They adjusted on Larson's car at the halftime break, and it's way better now.
Back up through and has climbed to 10th place. Things pretty much single file for the moment with 42 laps to go. Kyle Busch is trying to win the Clash on all three tracks on which it's been contested. The 2.5-mile Daytona International Speedway. Last year, the Daytona...
There's another stat to go with all his unimpressive Xfinity numbers.
And that gap is gone.
Yeah, Logano's there. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun to watch.
There they are, clogging up
39 to go. And Logano's like, move your ass. Oh, Logano to the inside. Hits Kyle, but slows himself down. Kyle's going to hold the lead for now.
Joey's not waiting either. He's going to take any opportunity he can. I like what he did there.
Joey diamond the corner there.
Yeah, caught the lap car above Wallace.
And now the front three are nose to tail.
We got 4 cars nose to tail for the lead. 4 cars: Busch, Logano, Larson, and Byron.
Your expense, excuse me, on these short tracks like a quarter mile bull ring.
Kyle Busch's lead is gone.
And Logano's putting the bumper to him again.
Then rookie Harris
Not as hard as he did at the end of the first segment, but
before Logano gets alongside.
that onboard camera of Joey's front bumper is going to get a lot of good usage here.
On the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, Blaney slow. Make it to the infield. Don't bust up this good racing.
Into the pit lane, caution is out.
Oh, come on. Caution comes out right as Logano slams Busch.
Under green, it's almost a stop and go to get into the infield there, so wisely
Damn.
throws the caution.
Well, that just broke up some great racing.
Right there. What a break that is for him and his race team.
I don't care who wins. I just want to see good racing.
Lap traffic and how to navigate through there.
Where the fuck is my... What's that other pizza?
That was a big break for Kyle Busch.
Absolutely.
Oh. Ugh. Disgusting. Get out of my house.
Well, no, Lindsay wanted me to
Yeah.
Let's have a look at Eric Jones in the 43.
Tell her she ain't welcome here.
And Ryan Blaney in the 12 here.
Damn, Eric. Drilled him from behind, then ran all over.
He got into the wall, the outside wall, pretty hard there after the contact, obviously. I think something's broken that right rear, right?
I think something
Independent
happened
suspension.
that caused that.
Yeah.
I think Ryan was already...
Expert analysis by Boyer. Something was broke.
Then Eric got into it.
So he's not perfect.
Third generation racer.
Caution had to come out the worst time. We were getting good there.
Joins Ryan Priest, Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, and Denny Hamlin out of the race. Larry?
Yeah, Mike, I'm with Paul Wolf, crew chief for Joey Logano. Paul, you were telling me a little concerned about the 22 car on short runs, but good on long runs. It showed up right there, but aside from that, how about the choose? This could be the important one as far as where to choose.
Inside line.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done good on both the top and bottom if we look at the first part of the race. So kind of leave it up to him where it feels his car is. But we've really come a long way since I talked to you yesterday. We were off quite a bit with the Shelton's oil Ford unloading. But guys worked hard, and I think we got us a piece to have a shot at it.
Well, Jamie, they said that's their biggest debate right there, where to restart.
Well, we got some fireworks over here. Ryan Blaney just took off his Hans device, ran past me, and threw it at the 43.
Ryan Blaney threw his Hans device at Eric Jones.
You're cool very often, but what happened between the two of you?
Supposed to destroy me for 7th. Don't really make no sense, so I don't know.
Punch him.
Riding around and, just running back and killed our cars.
That's not where a Hans device belongs.
Go ahead there.
Short track racing, Mike.
I'm afraid so.
Around Dale Earnhardt's neck might have helped.
Sometimes short tempers.
Well, I was wrong.
I thought that's what I saw, and I think it broke something in the right rear. Again, independent rear suspension on them things. That was a short-lived mad temper tantrum, though. A little bit disappointed in the anger right there.
Yeah, Blaney got back to normal pretty quick.
I just want to see the replay of the throw. I want to see if he had good leg extension and kick, like a helmet throw or something like that. Not that that's ever happened.
Yeah, wonder where that happened. All right, who threw it?
They've had the Olympics here where they judge on a 10-point scale.
Oh, yeah.
This is not it.
I don't think that's the last time that we're going to see somebody angry before this race is over. And Tony, coming to that thought, what do you think you're going to see here? Do you see respect for these guys? I mean, these guys all have to race each other for the rest of the year, but it is, what did we say, almost $2 million on the line for the LA Coliseum, and who's going to take that trophy home?
That's a pretty big fucking payday for this race. That's more than the All-Star race. Now let's talk about how that's a big deal.
Event here at the LA Coliseum. This is one of those where you got to take it for what it is. But we're like elephants. I mean, we're not very smart, but we have long memories when it comes to somebody doing us wrong on the racetrack. They don't forget that, but at the same time, this is just a unique situation. I think you got to do everything you can do, and you know, when we get to Daytona here in 2 weeks, it's a whole different ball game and a whole different level of respect because of the speed.
If you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly bear.
That's right.
Let's have a look at the
I want to be a polar bear.
35 laps to go. 2 leaders in this race. Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, 4 lead changes. 16 cars now on the lead lap. 4 caution flags. Joey Logano chose the outside. The last time NASCAR went to a new track, new surface, they put dirt down at Bristol, Tennessee last spring.
Why'd you throw the Hans device, Blaney?
It surprises me that he chose that outside line, Tony.
I agree.
Logano picked the outside.
5 laps to go. You might see that.
Hard to root that 18 out of the way when you're just letting him get to your inside. The only way you're going to beat him is to root him out of the way. Or catch him in lap traffic at a bad time. Have 35 laps.
Get slightly ahead of him, crowd him down, he gets loose underneath of you. That's how you advance the position.
Show me something, Joey. Because I think the outside line's a bad idea. Especially when you get whooped on the restart that bad. Oh. Larson underneath both of them. Go, Larson. Larson couldn't stay there. Logano's going to try to pinch him off. Busch runs him wide. Oh. Larson just hit Justin Haley and put him in the inside wall.
I really hope Larson has a reason for doing that.
He was just trying to protect. Larson was trying to protect the position. Oh, my God. That jacked that 31 up.
Sure did.
Kyle Larson had a force multiplier.
That's a big hit.
That's a fucking huge hit.
Took a hitter out of our
Well, I'm not winning any money today. Thanks, Larson. Oh, Larson was mad. He didn't know that the 24 knocked the 31 into him, so watch Larson just hang a left. It was Byron's fault, but Larson don't know that.
Shoved him up into the five retaliate.
I guess
put him into the wall.
now we know not to
Went and turned it.
Yeah, don't fuck with Kyle Larson. He's pretty chill, but
He has the chance to 5x multiplier damage.
I can't say that I wouldn't have had the same reaction. I'd been like, motherfucker, and just looked at the car that hit me, not knowing that he got shoved into me. Yeah, that was a crazy amount of damage. It just fucking peeled the left front. That's a lot of damage. Well, we found what the next-gen car can take and what it can't. It can't handle Kyle Larson.
Free pass will go to Ricky Stenhouse, and that will put him back on the lead lap. He was 2 laps.
If I was Larson, I'd have done the same thing, but he'll realize later on, oh shit, Byron knocked him into me.
Had such a good weekend out here. They cannot hang their hat on that. They have done a good job, a whale of a job. Right? Two good race cars.
Logano, Busch, Larson, Austin Dillon, William Byron, Eric Jones, Christopher Bell, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, A. Allmendinger are the top 10. A race of attrition is developing. He just fucking hung a left and said, fuck you.
I guess it just proves he ain't taking no shit this year. That was 20 feet later retaliation.
He was like...
It wasn't no 2 laps later or nothing. It was like, alright, bitch, bam.
Yep.
Granted, you're not going to do that on the Daytona backstretch going 180.
Got any more than bots, or are we out of them?
So, no, everything's gone.
Okay.
He ain't going to do that same thing with them going 180 down the backstretch of Daytona.
Nah, but I remember when Tony Stewart did that to Matt Kenseth at Daytona, and rightfully got a lot of shit for it. Because, like, I think Tony was bitching after the Bud shit. I was like, somebody's going to die at Daytona. That's just a fact. If people don't stop acting up, they're going to die here again. And then that Sunday, he just fucking slams Matt Kenseth down the backstretch at like 190. And Wally Dallenbach goes, well, you know, for a guy who was preaching about, like, somebody's going to get killed again at Daytona. I can't remember if Tony got black flagged for that. He should have been. I think he might have. Nah, if you're the leader, you got to take that inside. 100%. Still going to come out of here with less tore up race cars than Daytona.
Yeah.
Way less, because most of the cars that are tore up, except for Haley's, is salvageable. Jeff Gluckson, when's the last time you saw Larson lose his cool and retaliate on somebody like that? It's not a very Kyle Larson. He's pretty zen most of the time.
Is sponsored by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. 34 laps to go, under caution for Justin Haley. A got into the wall off Kyle Larson. Beautiful day in LA. Here's your aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Anything can happen as long as
anything can happen.
Goodyear.
With Goodyear.
More driven.
Bring back Hoosier. I'm kidding.
What a view. What a crowd.
What a place. What an event.
Look at this.
Right. NASCAR and Fox have collaborated together to put on this great entertainment event. And oh, by the way, there's a race as part of it. Pitbull was great. Ice Cube was great. They got a DJ playing during the cautions. I agree with you, Tony. Saturday night or any short track promoter should take a look and see what's happening here. And
Should have had
spice
a
up the
camera.
program.
Should have had a camera in the booth during Ice Cube because we even saw you bouncing and bobbing a little bit up here.
I did like the 64 in Bell.
So Busch and Logano went to the inside. Larson picked the outside.
All right, there's the choose. Larson, Logano.
I could deal with Larson on the outside, I guess. Pitbull was great, says Mike Joy.
And Byron and Eric
I
Jones,
guess.
Christopher Bell and Kevin Harvick up in the top 8.
Perfect song
He's the
choice
first
for
person to
everything.
ever say, man, Pitbull was great.
The jungle. The Guns N' Roses. Perfect song choice because that's what's fixing to happen. Welcome to the jungle, boys.
There's nothing cordial going to happen in these last 34 laps. I can promise you that.
No,
Is that Blaney back out there running?
joining us here today. And our kickoff
Somebody tell Eric Jones that Blaney's back on track.
a couple of pieces because of this restart, boys.
I don't even know why Blaney's out there. He's so many laps down, they'll never get him back, even with free passes. 34 to go. Okay, that's a black camera. That's nice. Very smart of Kyle Busch to let Logano have the lead so he can be the one hitting him. Logano, bad corner exit there. Larson's going to have a look to him going to 1, but we can't see it. We can't see it. He didn't get it done, but it would have been nice to see him try. And Fox does a terrible fucking job, I swear. Gonna need some lap traffic assistance, I think. But man, Pitbull was great. Busch is all over Larson for second, and they're not really catching Logano. It's staying about 7 to 8 tenths. They're not really losing ground, but they're not gaining.
I bet this would be fun.
Yeah.
Logano the leader, Larson in second, Kyle Busch third, Austin.
I would love this track. I always, in the NASCAR games, if the track was flat and had heavy braking, I'd be really good at it.
Somebody out there was shifting. I heard it, and I think that's going to be a pivotal moment. Getting off
Now
the-
Larson's starting to catch Logano. He cut like 3 tenths off the last couple laps. If he could stay in front of Busch, he's too loose. Larson too loose on exit. Kyle charges the corner, sends him in, gets to his inside. That's just going to help Logano. God damn it, Kyle. Let him go, Larson. Let him go. If he's faster, let him go.
Austin Dillon in the 3.
You're going to catch lap cars in about 10 laps.
Also, he is very fast.
23 laps to go. Jamie.
The 24 got to back to me and shot me into Kyle, and then Kyle just came down and put me in danger. So, not really impressed with the move. It's hard to be a rookie and gain respect. JT just passed him clean and then turned down on Kyle. So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of BS, but
race today. And he is in the infield watching this one unfold. Now, Kyle Busch has been trying some different lines. He
20 to go.
There just a bit.
Dodge Raceway Stadium looks pretty good.
It's a hard hit.
That's a racket pinion front steering, and you saw
That was a concrete wall Larson sent his ass into. The safer barriers are on the outside.
I've hit them walls.
Bush smoking the left front, trying to get back to Logano. I hope he does get back to the little son of a bitch. That'd be really funny.
In my car, actually.
It's go time. You see the 3 of Austin Dillon push the 5, moving him out of the
Oh,
way.
Austin Dillon's gonna pass.
Austin Dillon going for third.
Third place here.
He's gonna. If it's, you get to that inside, you've pretty much got it.
Down to 2 car lengths.
And now Byron's to the inside. I think Larson just burned his shit up, gave it all he had. We're at 16 to go. Kyle Busch is running down Logano. See, I told you he wanted to be in second, so he could be the one hitting him.
That could be something else.
Oh, I have a feeling he's going to find a way if he can get there. He's making up a bunch of ground on entry, but there's times that he grabs a little
Lapped traffic is not far ahead.
Half a second is the difference on the stop.
Kyle's going to get him. Kyle's going to get there and hit him. And I'm here for it. It's going to be funny.
Performance cam on Joey Logano.
All right, Tony, it comes down to the end of this race. We've been asking all week long leading into this event. Where do you want to be on the last lap? You want to be that leader like Joey Logano, or do you want to be in second place like Kyle Busch?
If I don't have a 4-car length gap in between me and second, I want to be second. I'm just being honest.
So you're saying you're willing to do what it takes to win this race?
Absolutely.
Kyle Busch draws ever closer, but in mid-straightaway, Joey Logano squirts away.
Really starting to eat his lunch, rolling through the middle of the corner, just being able to carry more momentum.
Next time, 10 laps to go.
Bush is there, and we're coming to 10 to go.
So hard right now if you're Joey Logano not to look in that mirror. As soon as you get him looking in that mirror, they're in big trouble.
You need to run. He needs to run his line, his pace.
This is going to be funny.
He'll do that. He'll have to move.
Watch Austin Dillon win when they take each other out. Joey's one thing you got to give Logano, total defensive driver. Joe Logano's the best defensive driver I've ever seen in a NASCAR race.
Not sure they'll catch him.
Flip side of that, though, if I'm Logano, that's my teammate, Ryan Blaney, in the 12 car ahead. That's the guy I want to catch just barely. Time it right for the last lap.
Cautions just didn't fall at the right time for lap traffic to really wreak havoc. 7 laps. Come on, Kyle. Do something, Kyle. That was good right there for Kyle. This end of the racetrack, he dogs his ass.
Talking about right there, Blaney knows it.
That's actually pretty smart.
And now Logano's getting a much better drive off the corner than Kyle Busch.
I think you're right. He's found a little bit of something.
6 to go.
A little bit coming across those rumble strips. All right, here's Blaney out of the way for both of them. I didn't necessarily.
Good job, Blaney, moving over for both guys.
But nonetheless, Logano's starting to pace him a little bit.
4 laps to go.
Oh, come on, Kyle.
Doubt they'll catch it.
Come on, Bubba, do something.
A loss here.
They're going to catch Bubba. They got 3 laps, and Bubba's right there.
Joey's doing a really good job of getting off the corner.
Look at Kyle changing. Oh, Kyle missed the corner. I don't know if he was trying a different line or what.
2 laps.
Ain't got it.
Logano extends his advantage.
Fucking dickhead's going to win.
Traffic ahead.
Kyle's trying a different line.
Kyle's struggling. He can't get through the middle of the corner anymore. It's starting to slide.
Yeah, Bubba, slow him down.
Wallace wouldn't give the inside. Logano had to check up.
1 to go. Ah, Logano's got it. Yep, he's got it.
Flag, 1 lap to go.
Kyle just ran out of grip. He had to drive way too hard. Joe Logano's a great defensive driver.
2, 3 car lengths.
Joe Logano. Logano wins. Kyle Busch second. Austin Dillon third. Eric Jones fourth. And look at this mess.
Well, they were on their last lap
I
still.
guess that's right.
So Logano wins it.
Burn it down, Logano. Big win right there. LA Coliseum.
We would have seen the bump and run if Kyle could have got close enough to the little bastard to give it to him.
It's Joey Logano's second win in the clash and his 14th appearance. He went to victory lane in 2017 and becomes the Clash's only repeat winner in the last 8 years.
Yeah, great burnout.
And he kept his car in one piece. Reddick, Busch, and Logano were in a league of their own in this race.
It's the 5th Clash win for Team Penske. 3 of the last 6 years, their Fords have gone to victory lane. Huge win for Ford. High smoke, rate that one as burnouts go.
That's pretty good. He started on the backstretch, and then when he went through 3 and 4, it looked like he was in a dirt race, which was super impressive.
He's done some drifting before, and that's exactly what he had going on in 3 and 4.
Saw crew chief Paul Wolf coming down to join the celebration. And McDowell and Truex are still out.
All right, you coming for the Super Bowl? All right.
They're trying to finish.
The Super Bowl.
This ain't no real clash. It ain't at Daytona.
The 3 and the 43 in the top 5.
Still ain't Daytona. It still ain't Daytona. I hate that Kyle couldn't get there just to fuck with him. I'm sure NASCAR hates it too. They're like, oh, we can't talk about drama. We had too many cautions was the problem. We had like 1 too many cautions. See ya.
The Connecticut kid gets to celebrate on the West Coast here. Jamie.
Joey Logano, so much anticipation for this event. What does it mean to you to be the first winner right here, the Clash at the Coliseum?
I can't believe it. We're here. The LA Coliseum. We got the victory with the old Shell Penzo Mustang. This is an amazing event.
He's such a corny motherfucker.
Huge step in our industry to be able to do this. Put on an amazing race for everybody. I'm out of breath. I was so excited about this. It was a big win. This is big. I'm having a baby. Well, my wife's having a baby tomorrow, our 3rd one. So pretty big weekend for us. And
Would Joey have pulled a Tom Brady and not been there to watch his child be born? Like Brady did with his first wife, who he left while she was pregnant?
How did you step up so big, make those right adjustments, and be able to run and win here?
Oh, wait, this ain't a football stream. My bad.
Shaggy and the engineers do a great job. The guys working on the car did an amazing job. Finding speed. We were slow. We were 28th or so.
I hope they take pictures with the podium, the top 3 finishers, so Kyle has to stand next to Joey while Joey's holding the trophy.
See some of the games we made and ultimately get the win. So I want to say my buddy Hudson and Jameson and my wife Brittany. This is cool. I'm headed home right after this. So I told her if you're having the baby, I'm just running right off the track from here. So I don't think it's happening right now, but this is special to get the first next gen win, the first win out here in the Coliseum. It's a special one. So we're gonna have some fun and celebrate it.
1 caution too many for that to be a really great race at the end.
Kyle Busch led 64 laps today and had to settle for 2nd place. Here's Regan.
Kyle Busch interview.
Led today, but so strong all weekend long here at the Coliseum. Kyle, at the end of the race, you got to him, and it looked like it just faded a little bit on you.
Yeah, I mean, I was being perfect, doing everything I thought I needed to do, keep the tires underneath me, and when I got close, I was like, okay, now I got to try more and pounce at an opportunity, and just overheated the tires and smoked them in 3 laps, so that was it. Disappointing, obviously, come out here, win the pole, and lead laps, run up front, the finish goes green, and it's not chaotic, and we can't win, so that sucks, but, congratulations to my son. He won yesterday, so that's cool. I was trying to match him. He's winning more than me these days, so somebody better send him a contract.
Kyle Busch never happy with 2nd place. Jamie?
Kyle's trying to get his son a job already.
Forth a great run for you. A little drama there with Ryan Blaney. What happened between you two?
Yeah, I was racing with him there, and then he brake checked me off at 4, and it's like, okay, no real reason. So I didn't appreciate that.
So Jones says Blaney brake check. Blaney's just standing right over there. I wish he'd come over right in the middle of the interview and be like, hey, motherfucker.
Doing what we can, and I was frustrated with the move that he made, so that's what happened. But overall, I thought the focus factor Chevy was really good. Just a good weekend to come home 4th for us. We're just talking, it's not a race that means a lot as far as setups for the rest of the season, but nobody came out here not trying. So feels good to run good and hopefully carry that momentum to Daytona.
Congratulations on the run. Regan.
Well, Austin Dillon comes home in third place today. Austin, your car came to life at the end of this race. Your teammate very strong early on, and then all of a sudden you showed up on the line of speed. What else did you need at the end of this thing?
Man, I don't know.
Austin Dillon needed more laps and a lot more lap traffic to take advantage of Busch and Logano, who were going to kill each other.
The True Velocity Chevrolet was really fast. In practice, I just struggled a little bit qualifying. I knew we'd get in the race, we're going to be fine. The long run speed was there. I'm disappointed I couldn't get to those next two cars. I was really wanting to get there, but all in all, a great race from where we were last night. And everybody back home at RCR, good job. It was a good showing for us.
Thanks, Austin.
Ford goes to victory lane. Toyota second. Chevrolet 3, 4, 5, and 6 on an exciting day at the LA Coliseum.
A little anticlimactic, but overall a good experiment. I'd say this was a success, and I'd like to see the LA Coliseum again. I mean, eventually the novelty will wear it. Right now it's a novelty, but I do think that was a pretty successful event. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there. That race just flew by. 36 minutes under green. Didn't seem like much. Wouldn't be surprised if next year they make it 200 laps, make it a little longer. They might do that. But I guess I'll see you guys next Sunday for the Super Bowl if you're interested in that sort of thing. So good night. Godspeed. I didn't win any money, but it's okay. I'll nail that Daytona 500 pick and win a lot of money. Manifest it. Make it happen. All right. Good night, guys.